In the words of Confucius, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. These timeless words herald the beginning of our exploration into the life of Confucius, more commonly known as Confucius. In this narrative, we shall delve into his profound philosophy, scrutinizing its far-reaching influence, and confronting the criticisms it has weathered over centuries. Join us on this journey through time as we unravel the life and works of Confucius. Born around 551 BC, Confucius, or Confucius as he was known, was a Chinese philosopher whose ideas still resonate today. He emerged from ordinary beginnings in the state of Lu, now recognized as the Shandong province in China. His father, a military officer, passed away when Confucius was just 3, leaving him and his mother to navigate a society where status and class were paramount. Despite these challenges, Confucius displayed an early passion for learning. He was known to be an avid reader, immersing himself in books about history, poetry, and rituals. His thirst for knowledge was not merely a personal pursuit, but a tool to navigate and understand the world around him. As he grew older, Confucius turned his attention to teaching. He believed in the transformative power of education and its potential to elevate individuals, irrespective of their social standing. His teaching methods were revolutionary for his time. He encouraged dialogue and discussion, fostering an environment where students were active participants, not passive recipients of knowledge. But his influence did not stop at the classroom door. Confucius also served as a government official, where he sought to implement his philosophical principles into practical policies. His work in government was underpinned by a belief in benevolent leadership and the importance of moral character. However, his political career was not without adversity. His ideas were often met with resistance, and he spent many years in exile. Yet, these challenges only served to strengthen his resolve and deepen his insights into human nature and society. The legacy of Confucius is profound. His ideas, born from a life of hardship and resilience, have shaped the philosophical landscape of China and beyond. His teachings about morality, family values, and the role of the individual in society still reverberate in the corridors of power, the classrooms of learning, and the hearts of people. The humble beginnings and experiences of Confucius laid the foundation for a philosophical revolution that would change China and the world. Confucius once said, "The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones." His philosophy was one of small steps leading to big changes. Confucius, known as Kongzi, or Master Kong, was a man of immense wisdom and insight. His teachings, collectively known as Confucianism, have shaped the lives of millions over the centuries. Let's delve deeper into these teachings, beginning with the principle of Ren. Ren, often translated as benevolence or humanity, is a cornerstone of Confucianism. It represents an attitude of kindness and compassion towards others, a sense of empathy that promotes harmony in society. It is a quality that Confucius believed should be cultivated within oneself, a virtue that guides our interactions with others, fostering a sense of unity and mutual respect. Next we have Yi, the principle of righteousness or justice. According to Confucius, righteousness is not simply about following laws or rules. Instead, it is about doing what is morally right even when it is difficult. It is about standing up for justice even if it means standing alone. This commitment to moral integrity is a fundamental aspect of Confucian philosophy. Finally, there's Li, the concept of rituals or proper conduct. For Confucius, rituals were not mere ceremonies or traditions. They were a means of expressing respect, of upholding social order, and of reinforcing moral values. Whether it's a simple greeting or a grand ceremonial event, every action carries a significance that goes beyond the surface. These 3 principles, Ren, Yi, and Li, form the heart of Confucian philosophy. They reflect a deep understanding of human nature and society, a vision of a world where individuals act with kindness, integrity, and respect. They capture the essence of Confucius's teachings, his belief in the power of small changes to bring about a larger transformation. Confucius's philosophy is a testament to the power of small changes and the importance of moral integrity. His teachings remind us that every stone we move, every step we take, brings us closer to the mountain we wish to conquer. In the words of Confucius, "He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger." His influence extends beyond philosophy into education, governance, and social interaction. Confucius's teachings have significantly shaped the structure of education, particularly in his homeland, China. He advocated for a merit-based system, where individuals were not judged by their social status, but by their knowledge and virtue. This approach led to the creation of the imperial examinations during the Han Dynasty, a system that persisted for nearly 2,000 years. It provided an opportunity for the common people to rise in society through their intellectual prowess, a concept that was groundbreaking for its time. In the realm of governance, Confucius emphasized the importance of moral integrity in leaders. He strongly believed that rulers should lead by example, cultivating virtue within themselves to inspire the same in their subjects. This ethos of benevolent governance has woven itself into the fabric of Chinese political philosophy and has been echoed in the principles of various dynasties throughout Chinese history. But the impact of Confucius extends beyond the borders of China. His philosophy has found its way into the corners of East Asia, influencing Japanese, Korean, and Vietnamese societies. The Confucian concepts of filial piety, respect for elders, and importance of education have become deeply entrenched in these cultures, shaping their societal norms and values. Confucius's philosophy also resonated with Western thinkers. During the Enlightenment, his ideas found favor with European intellectuals who admired his emphasis on reason, morality, and social harmony. His teachings have been compared to those of Socrates and Plato, further cementing his place in the pantheon of great philosophers. The influence of Confucius is widespread and enduring, shaping the world in ways that are still evident today. His teachings have transcended time and geography, reaching across continents and millenniums. From the classrooms of ancient China to the bustling modern societies of today, the echoes of his wisdom continue to reverberate, reminding us of the timeless relevance of his philosophy. Like all great thinkers, Confucius was not without his critics. Indeed, a figure as influential as Confucius did not escape the scrutiny of skeptics and detractors. Some of the most profound critiques of his philosophy stem from its perceived rigidity and potential misuse in authoritarian regimes. Critics often argue that the teachings of Confucius, with their emphasis on societal hierarchy and obedience, can be oppressive. They point to the rigid structure of relationships that Confucianism promotes, between ruler and subject, parent and child, husband and wife, arguing that such a system can stifle individuality and personal growth. This rigidity, they contend, can foster environments where questioning the status quo is discouraged and blind obedience is prized. Moreover, critics suggest that Confucius's teachings, particularly his emphasis on loyalty and obedience to authority, can be exploited by those in power. They point to numerous instances in history where authoritarian regimes have co-opted Confucian principles to justify their rule, suppress dissent, and maintain social control. However, it's important to remember that interpretation plays a significant role in how philosophies are applied. While some have used Confucian principles to justify oppressive practices, others have interpreted them in more liberating and progressive ways. For instance, the concept of Ren, often translated as benevolence or humaneness, is a central Confucian virtue that encourages empathy, compassion, and respect for others, values that are universally cherished. Furthermore, Confucianism is not a static doctrine. It has evolved over the centuries, adapting to changing social and cultural contexts. Modern Confucian scholars often reinterpret the ancient texts, finding within them messages of social justice, gender equality, and democratic governance. Despite the criticism, the philosophy of Confucius continues to inspire and challenge us, leading us to question our understanding of morality and society. The enduring relevance of Confucius lies in his ability to provoke thought, to encourage us to examine our relationships with others, and to reflect on the kind of society we want to live in. For this reason, his philosophy remains a vital part of our global intellectual heritage. Confucius once said, "Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." And indeed, throughout the course of this exploration, we've seen how Confucius himself embodied this principle, not just in his life, but also in the timeless philosophy he left behind. From his humble beginnings to the profound influence he wielded, Confucius's life was a testament to the power of perseverance and wisdom. His philosophy, centered on benevolence, righteousness, and propriety, has echoed through the ages, shaping societies and influencing minds. We delved into the depths of Confucian thought, examining its core tenets and ideals. We observed the far-reaching influence of Confucius, not just in his native China, but across the globe, permeating various aspects of life from politics to education, from ethics to social harmony. Yet, like any profound philosophy, Confucianism wasn't without its critics. We discuss the controversies and criticisms that arose, questioning the rigidity and hierarchy inherent in Confucian thought. Such dialogues, however, only serve to enrich our understanding and prompt us to delve deeper and reflect more earnestly. In our ever-changing world, the enduring relevance of Confucius's philosophy becomes even more pronounced. As we grapple with complex social, ethical, and personal issues, the wisdom of Confucius provides a beacon of guidance. As we continue to navigate our complex world, we can turn to the wisdom of Confucius for guidance. After all, wisdom is not about knowing all the answers, but about asking the right questions.